Sorry, reception there. We're back now. So I was saying before, I feel kind of egotistical making this statement, but for the purpose of the video and for the purpose of you having an idea of where I'm at with this information and these ideas, I can make an accurate statement that I'm well studied in spirituality as a broad subject matter. And I'm putting this out there as well because I'm aware that my social worker and my consultant might view this video, so I want to give context to such a radical idea which I'm about to present. There is still something between my ears other than a mental health disorder, and that is so up until last year, my studyings and everything were just dormant within me. I've had a very serious mental health disorder for 10 years, and I've incorporated what I can of that within my spiritual understanding, but I've not had a chance to really discuss it much with people or express it. Now, up until last year, I created a very synesthetic picture of reality with everything I've ever experienced and all my spiritual learnings. Then last year, a very strange thing happened. I've expressed this in a previous video, but I'll touch on it very quickly. And that is, I think something snapped or something broke within my mental health. And where I had schizophrenia and my personality, so to speak, was shattered, I think what happened was it just broke to such an extent that the pieces were so small I could see a big picture. And what I'm trying to say is all by itself, my mind started creating a picture of reality based upon my spiritual understandings on autopilot. So where I had an idea of this part of reality and that part of reality and another part of reality, my mental health, where it broke or where it snapped or something happened, on autopilot, it was like links were made between different elements of the picture of reality I have, and just by looking at it, just by looking at different elements, I could a likely scenario of reality could be formed as a result of these different elements, all of the different little pieces that had shattered. A complete big picture could be formed. And one of the elements is, as I said, this video is going to be about Jesus, but more specifically his reincarnations. Right, so I won't go into too much detail, but I'll give you what I can off the top of my head. Now, there was an Indian guru, one of the Babajis of the Babaji lineage, and he was there until 1945, I think. 1945 or around that time, he passed away. And he was quite off his rocker, a bit like me, and he had dolls he used to carry around with him that he used to talk to. Apparently he was able to connect and see all the Indian saints, all the Indian gurus, and communicate with them whenever he wanted. He apparently broke his spine, got up and just carried on, and he was a bit crazy. But essentially, and it'd be good to have his name for you, but I won't go into the long and short of it, but essentially I've managed to isolate that he was a reincarnation of Jesus Christ. I know, it's just like, at least it's a bit fun, it's not too serious, this one, and you either take it with a pinch of salt, or you either deny it, or you might even believe some of it, but hey, it's just a story. Now, he did some work there with these dolls. His whole life was around these dolls, and he was like in a mental health disorder of his own. He would talk and shout to these dolls all day long. Anyway, he passed away, and his reincarnation was Bob Marley. Now, in my head, Bob Marley is the reincarnation of JC. One love, right? So, the reason Bob Marley is the reincarnation of Jesus Christ is that, through my understanding, through the Flower of Life books by John Valmir, don't worry, he explains Jesus Christ is essentially the responsible carer for Earth. He looks after Earth. That's what was mentioned in the Flower of Life book. Now, on the flip side to that, we have the Red Indians, and in their prophecies, they have waited essentially for the custodian of Earth to speak to them. And I believe his name is Marwa, as they called him. This is the research I've found online. Now, my understanding is the Red Indians were the last race to come to the planet. And in their service to humanity, in their service to the planet, they just want to know what the fuck they should do, really. Pardon me. They just want to know what they should do to be of the utmost service. And they were patient, and they were patient for Marwa to send them a message. And if you look online and find an image of what a Marwa doll looks like, it's you couldn't get anything that looks more like Bob Marley. Now, Bob Marley came along, he sent his message out there, and he told the Red Indians exactly what they should do. And the way they read his songs was that essentially there's many levels to this, and it's a very difficult subject matter, so I'm doing my best to get it out for you. But essentially his message to them was that there's a group of people that need their help, and to help them. I don't know what group of people that is. My theory is it could even be the Red Indians themselves. They look like one of the most deprived people on the planet in terms of what they've gone through as a race. And in 1984, the advent of Flower of Life, with the Flower of Life books, a new story was created. So the story for the planet before was for Marwa to speak. That was the whole purpose of how everyone's lives. For Bob Marley to send his message to the world. Reincarnation of Jesus Christ, the reincarnation of Thoth. Thoth is back to ancient Egypt, back to ancient Africa, and you get the picture. So with Bob Marley's message, the new story was created, and the Flower of Life books were written, and a new chapter began. The healing of this other group. And I think I'm just going to leave it there. I've said a lot of weird and wacky stuff. I could go into it more, but I think I'll spare you all too much madness today. We've gone from me being in a coma to the reincarnation of Jesus Christ, Thoth, and Bob Marley. But yeah, just as a footnote to that, just as a footnote to this, it was ironic because well, one of the things that really got me to think this, just by chance, is when I listen to music, I don't really listen to the words, I just feel the music. The words are irrelevant to me, it's just filler. But I was in hospital, I think it was around the turn of the year, that visit to hospital, and there was a Bob Marley tune on the radio. I can't remember the name of the song, but it's the one that goes, "To the rescue, here I am." I can't sing for shit, can I? But anyway, the reason I bring that up is because that's the lyrics. To the rescue, here I am. The way Bob Marley pronounces it is to the rescue, here I am, having a Jamaican accent. But to my ears, the way I heard it was to the Redskins, here I am. And that it's funny because I actually went up to the cleaner whose music system it was on, and I asked him, I can't remember his name, but I said to him, what does Bob Marley mean to the Redskins, here I am? And the funny thing is, he actually gave me an answer to that question. I can't remember what the answer was. Instead of correcting me to tell me that's not what he says, he actually says, to the rescue, here I am. Anyway, I'll leave it for you. If you can figure out what song I'm talking about and listen to it yourselves, maybe you can hear that too. But yeah, no, if indeed he is the reincarnation of Marwa, that would definitely be the message, wouldn't it? To the Redskins, here I am. And this was before I read up and found out about all this information about Marwa and the Red Indians. So a bit ironic, that one, but yeah, anyway, that's it for today.